sambungan pergolongan dari Menteri Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Hajah Fatimah Abdullah. Silakan. Menteri Pembangunan Wanita, Kanak-kanak dan Kesejahteraan Komuniti.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, salam Sarawak ku sayang. Tuan Speaker, terlebih dahulu saya ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada Tuan Yang Terutama Yang di-Pertua Negeri Sarawak atas ucapan pembukaan Penggal Pertama Mesyuarat Kedua Dewan Undangan Negeri Sarawak yang ke-19. I would also like to take this opportunity to congratulate Yang Amat Berhormat Premier of Sarawak for leading GPS to a resounding victory in the 12th state election. The Rakyat have clearly given us the mandate to lead Sarawak. Thus, it is our responsibility to reciprocate the trust by translating the 34 GPS manifestos into actions. Bangunan kukuh kerana tapak, gagah berdiri, tegak bergaya. GPS teguh menjaga Sarawak, maruah terpelihara, rakyat sejahtera. I would also like to congratulate our Premier for his bold vision of making Sarawak the next economic powerhouse for Malaysia. At the recently concluded World Hydrogen 2022 Summit in city of Rotterdam, Ahoy, Netherlands, our Premier announced on a global platform that Sarawak is hydrogen ready and that we can accelerate the global hydrogen economy in the true Sarawakian style. While the world is on a gloomy economic prediction, our Premier is giving hope for us in Sarawak by strategizing Sarawak with new economic measures with a post-COVID-19 development strategy 2030 as the multifaceted approach for long-term economic, social and environmental sustainability. Tuan Speaker, under PCDS 2030 Social Services Sector, Sarawak aims to provide high living standard, healthy and inclusive society with affordable and innovative service delivery for all Sarawakians. Our ministry provides inclusive social services, quality early childhood development, alleviates poverty, manage a disaster, enhance social harmony and well-being, addresses citizenship issues, and women empowerment. Kementerian Pembangunan Wanita, Kanak-kanak dan Kesejahteraan Komuniti, Initiatives, Achievements and Emerging Agenda. Sejak ditubuhkan, KPWK sentiasa memberi keutamaan kepada pelestarian kesejahteraan sepanjang spektrum kehidupan bagi semua lapisan masyarakat. Menanam benih untuk masa hadapan. Sowing the seeds for the future. Penjagaan dan pendidikan awal kanak-kanak yang berkualiti merupakan tapak semayan yang subur bagi memupukkan budaya pembelajaran sepanjang hayat dan melestarikan kesejahteraan yang mapan. Bagi tujuan ini, Kerajaan Sarawak telah mempertanggungjawabkan KPWK untuk menangani permasalahan berkaitan akses, equity dan kualiti secara strategik bagi mempersiapkan anak-anak untuk masa depan dan mempersiapkan masa depan untuk anak-anak. Subuh senja peredaran masa, cahaya mentari tampan berseri. Asuhan bermula di usia muda, dewasa menjadi insan berbudi. Pentingnya bantuan awal. Penyediaan Endowment Fund Sarawak atau EFS dalam bentuk simpanan sebanyak RM1,000 bagi setiap kelahiran anak Sarawak semenjak 2019 merupakan bantuan keuangan yang melambangkan pengiktirafan Kerajaan Sarawak tentang pentingnya ketibaan ahli baru dalam keluarga, seperti juga bantuan tanda penghargaan yang diberi kepada ibu-ibu bersalin melalui program Bantuan Ibu Bersalin atau BIB, Postnatal Assistance, yang telah diperkenalkan pada tahun 2020. Kedua-dua bantuan ini merupakan inisiatif jangka pendek dan jangka panjang yang diyakini dapat membantu keluarga yang terlibat. Setakat 31 Mac 2022, EFS telah memberi manfaat kepada 65,482 orang penerima dengan jumlah peruntukan sebanyak 65.5 juta, sementara seramai 42,219 ibu telah menerima inisiatif yang melibatkan jumlah peruntukan sebanyak 19 juta. Taman Asuhan Kanak-kanak atau TASKA semasa COVID-19. Pewujudan TASKA selain menyediakan khidmat sokongan asuhan dan didikan adalah juga merupakan tempat yang kondusif dan selamat untuk penjagaan anak-anak, terutama kepada ibu bapa yang bekerja. Peranan ini amat dirasai pentingnya semasa Sarawak dilanda pandemik COVID-19 untuk membantu petugas barisan hadapan meneruskan perkhidmatan kritikal tanpa bimbang terhadap penjagaan anak-anak mereka. Sebagai kerajaan yang prihatin, Sarawak telah mengambil langkah membuka TASKA kepada anak-anak lain yang ibu bapa mereka terpaksa bertugas dari rumah. Dengan ini, ibu bapa dapat menumpukan perhatian kepada tugas masing-masing. Grant Tahunan Khas atau GTK. To support early childhood institution or ECI during this challenging time, the Sarawak government has approved the use of annual special grant of RM5,000 to include payment for staff salaries, rental of premises, purchase of services and other necessities related to COVID-19. The grant of $29.1 million was indeed a great help to ease the financial burden of 2,868 ECIs in 2020 and 2,958 in 2021. Memperkasakan pembangunan kanak-kanak melalui sedidik. Penambahan bilangan institusi pendidikan awal kanak-kanak sedidik. Semenjak pengambil alihan sedidik pada 22 Julai 2020, Kementerian telah memperluaskan akses kepada pembangunan awal kanak-kanak dengan menambah 3 tadika dan 2 taska, menjadikan jumlah keseluruhan institusi pendidikan awal kanak-kanak sedidik kepada 98 buah pada tahun 2022. Ini termasuk sedidik Bandaria Bintulu, sedidik Lawas dan sedidik Semariang Batu yang ditubuhkan berdasarkan keperluan yang meningkat dan atas permintaan komuniti setempat. 2 taska tersebut adalah taska tempat kerja Unimas dan taska tempat kerja Kompleks Kesejahteraan Komuniti Dalat, ditubuhkan untuk memberi perkhidmatan sokongan kepada ibu bapa yang bekerja, terutamanya yang memerlukan perkhidmatan penjagaan anak berdekatan tempat kerja. Dasar terbuka atau open policy untuk kanak-kanak berkeperluan khas. Dasar terbuka atau open policy merupakan dasar inclusivity yang dilaksanakan dengan penetapan bahawa semua institusi pendidikan awal kanak-kanak sedidik menerima kemasukan kanak-kanak berkeperluan khas. Sebelum ini, sedidik tidak mengambil kanak-kanak berkeperluan khas kerana tiada pendidik terlatih dan kekurangan prasarana yang sesuai. Setakat 30 April 2022, 17 buah daripada 98 tadika sedidik mempunyai sejumlah 27 orang kanak-kanak berkeperluan khas. Sejajar dengan polisi baharu ini, Kementerian dan Sedidik telah mengenal pasti rakan strategik iaitu Pusat Genius Kurnia, OSIK Sarawak dan Persatuan Orang Pekak Malaysia dalam merangka kurikulum latihan pendidik dan pengasuh agar mereka mempunyai pengetahuan dan kemahiran bersesuaian untuk membantu kanak-kanak berkeperluan khas ini. Latihan ini disasarkan kepada semua pendidik dan pengasuh sedidik 143 orang yang akan dilaksanakan secara berperingkat. Kerajaan Sarawak juga telah meluluskan peruntukan sebanyak 20 juta di bawah rancangan Malaysia ke-12 bagi 28 projek baharu dan naik taraf pusat-pusat sedidik. Dengan ini, sedidik komited dalam melaksanakan inklusiviti bermula dari peringkat awal kanak-kanak. Peningkatan kualiti pendidik dan pengasuh. Salah satu fokus utama dalam pembangunan awal kanak-kanak ialah kualiti pendidik dan pengasuh, khasnya untuk sedidik. Setakat 30 April 2022, 58.75% ataupun 84 daripada 143 pendidik mempunyai sekurang-kurangnya diploma dalam pendidikan awal kanak-kanak. 34% atau 48 orang akan tamat pengajiannya pada 2022, manakala 1.7% iaitu 3 orang sedang mengikuti pengajian. Kementerian mensasarkan 100% guru sedidik memiliki sekurang-kurangnya diploma dalam pendidikan awal kanak-kanak menjelang tahun 2025 melalui kolaborasi bersama institusi pengajian tinggi awam dan swasta tempatan. Usaha untuk terus meningkatkan kualiti pendidik dan pengasuh tidak hanya berfokus kepada sedidik semata-mata. Pihak kementerian juga menganjurkan program pembangunan profesionalisme berterusan pada setiap tahun yang melibatkan pendidik dan pengasuh dari semua agensi. Pada tahun 2021, walaupun berdepan dengan pandemik COVID-19, kementerian telah berjaya melaksanakan 12 kursus latihan dan bengkel secara atas talian yang telah memberi manfaat kepada 3,512 pendidik dan pengasuh seluruh Sarawak. A Zoom webinar for the inaugural Sarawak Preschool International Convention was also held from the 1st to 3rd of October 2021 with the theme Character Building in the New Norm. Teachers and caregivers had the opportunity to exchange ideas and learn the best practices in facing the new challenges in early childhood care and education. The response from our teachers and caregivers were overwhelming, with 2,102 participations, including 41 from Peninsular Malaysia, Singapore, Brunei, Indonesia and Japan. Oleh itu, bagi manfaat anak-anak Sarawak, kita menyeru agar semua agensi mengambil inisiatif yang sama bagi meningkatkan kualiti guru serta pengasuh agar kualiti asuhan, bimbingan dan didikan terus dipertingkatkan setanding dengan negara-negara maju. Tuan Speaker, Women Empowerment, pemerkasaan wanita. The Ministry is committed to empowering women and sustaining family institution through inclusive social innovation. Statistik pemerkasaan wanita dalam domain terpilih Malaysia 2021 yang dikeluarkan oleh Jabatan Perangkaan Malaysia atau DOSM melaporkan bahawa pencapaian wanita telah melebihi lelaki dalam sub-indeks pencapaian pendidikan dengan skor 1.059. Untuk Sarawak, pencapaian wanita dalam pendidikan juga mencatat skor yang lebih tinggi daripada lelaki, iaitu 1.071, di mana skor 1 menunjukkan aras pencapaian kesaksamaan, peluang dan penyertaan antara wanita dan lelaki. Dalam domen terpilih yang lain, masih terdapat jurang pencapaian dalam kalangan wanita berbanding lelaki di Sarawak, terutama dalam domen penguasaan politik, iaitu sekitar 0.120 skor. Domen peluang dan penyertaan ekonomi merekodkan skor 0.714, manakala domen kesihatan dan kehidupan merekodkan skor 0.947, seperti yang ditunjukkan di slide sana. Menyedari masih terdapat jurang kesaksamaan yang besar dalam domen penguasaan politik dan domen peluang dan penyertaan ekonomi, Kementerian telah merangka dan melaksana berbagai program dan inisiatif bermatlamat untuk merapatkan jurang-jurang tersebut. Usaha ini penting bagi memastikan wanita terlibat secara aktif dan dapat menyumbang kepada pembangunan sosioekonomi Sarawak. Salam di zahir menyusun jari, keakraban terpancar menusuk kalbu. Dalam santun anggun berbudi, wanita Sarawak perkasa dan ayu. Pengupayaan kapasiti kepimpinan wanita. Untuk mempertingkat kapasiti kepimpinan wanita, Kementerian telah melaksanakan Women Leadership Training Program sejak tahun 2019 bagi mengasah kemahiran insaniah pemimpin dan pemimpin pelapis. Setakat April 2022, sebanyak 8 siri program peningkatan kapasiti kepimpinan wanita telah dilaksanakan. Program ini telah disertai seramai 356 peserta dari seluruh Sarawak. Pengupayaan kapasiti ekonomi wanita. Untuk tahun 2022, Kementerian telah diperuntukkan sebanyak 500,000 di bawah rancangan Malaysia Ke-12 bagi melaksanakan bantuan mikro kepada ketua isi rumah wanita dan ibu tunggal dalam bentuk tunai sebagai modal perniagaan. Untuk meningkatkan kemandirian ekonomi golongan ibu tunggal dan wanita berpendapatan rendah, Kementerian telah menyediakan pelbagai latihan kemahiran berbentuk kursus jangka pendek yang dikelolakan secara bersemuka dan secara dalam talian. Bagi mereka yang terjejas oleh COVID-19, sama ada dari segi perniagaan dan sosio-emosi, Kementerian telah melaksanakan program Bounce Back Your Business yang mengandungi 3 komponen, iaitu ilmu asas, pemasaran dalam talian, motivasi keusahawanan dan reka bentuk pembungkusan produk. Sejak tahun 2021 sehingga 22 Mei 2022, 8 sesi telah dilaksanakan secara dalam talian, bersemuka dan hybrid di Kuching, Samarahan, Serian, Betong, Sarike, Cebu, Mukah dan Bintulu. Bilangan peserta yang mendapat manfaat daripada kursus tersebut adalah seramai 188. Pada tahun 2022, Kementerian telah bekerjasama dengan Pertubuhan Keselamatan Sosial atau Perkeso untuk mengadakan Karnival Kerjaya Wanita yang bertujuan memberi peluang kepada majikan untuk memperkenalkan pekerjaan yang terdapat dalam syarikat masing-masing, membantu peniaga wanita untuk mendaftar perniagaan mereka dan berkongsi maklumat tentang bantuan perniagaan. Karnival telah dilaksanakan untuk julung kalinya pada 5 dan 6 Mac 2022 bersempena sambutan Hari Wanita Peringkat Negeri di Miri, dan seramai 14 orang wanita telah ditawarkan pekerjaan pada masa tersebut. 22 orang telah berjaya didaftar lesen dan permit perniagaan mereka. 9 agensi turut memberi taklimat tentang perkhidmatan dan jenis bantuan yang disediakan oleh agensi masing-masing. Karnival serupa akan diadakan juga di bahagian-bahagian lain bermula pada Jun 2022 di Kuching. Tuan Speaker, memupuk dan mengukuh kesejahteraan komuniti. Bantuan semasa pandemik COVID-19. Bagi meneruskan kelangsungan hidup semasa Sarawak dilanda pandemik COVID-19, terutama sekali semasa Perintah Kawalan Pergerakan dikenakan, Kementerian melalui Jabatan Kebajikan Masyarakat Sarawak telah membelanjakan sejumlah 107.1 juta sejak tahun 2020 hingga kini bagi tujuan penyaluran bantuan makanan, keperluan harian seperti lampin pakai buang dan susu untuk kanak-kanak dan warga emas yang memerlukan. Bantuan ini diberikan kepada mereka yang dikenakan Perintah Kawalan Pergerakan atau PKP. Perintah Kawalan Pergerakan diperketatkan PKPD, Perintah Pengawasan dan Pemerhatian di Rumah Home Surveillance Order. Bantuan ini juga dipanjangkan kepada mereka yang ditempatkan di pusat kuarantin dan rawatan COVID-19 PKRC serta petugas barisan hadapan. Tugas yang berat dan mencabar ini hanya dapat dilaksanakan dengan bantuan serta kerjasama padu daripada agensi barisan hadapan seperti Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia, Polis Diraja Malaysia, Angkatan Pertahanan Awam Malaysia, Jabatan Bomba dan Penyelamat Malaysia, Angkatan Tentera Malaysia, ketua-ketua masyarakat, ketua-ketua kaum, sukarelawan dan pihak lain yang bertungkus lumus bagi membantu rakyat. Kementerian mengucapkan jutaan terima kasih kepada semua pihak yang terlibat dalam menyantuni masyarakat yang terkesan. Inisiatif bantuan baharu bagi meringankan beban kos perubatan dan rawatan yang tinggi. Kerajaan GPS memperkenalkan 2 lagi inisiatif baharu perlindungan sosial, iaitu bantuan khas pesakit buah pinggang BPBP mulai April 2020 dan bantuan perubatan BP sejak Oktober 2021. Sejak April 2020, BPBP iaitu bantuan khas pesakit buah pinggang telah diberi kepada seramai 130 orang pesakit buah pinggang yang memenuhi kriteria dengan melibatkan perbelanjaan berjumlah 2.4 juta. Bantuan ini merangkumi bantuan klinikal seperti pemasangan arteriovenous fistula atau AVF, suntikan eritropoietin EPO, rawatan hemodialisis dan continuous ambulatory peritoneal dialysis atau CAPD. Melalui inisiatif ini, Kerajaan Sarawak juga telah memperuntukkan sejumlah RM249,000 bagi pembelian 6 unit mesin hemodialisis yang ditempatkan di Pusat Jantung Sarawak 2 buah, Hospital Marudi sebuah, Hospital Seratok sebuah, Hospital Dalat sebuah dan Hospital Sarike sebuah. Untuk bantuan perubatan, seramai 9 orang pesakit telah menerima bantuan ini sejak Oktober 2021. Ianya melibatkan perbelanjaan sejumlah RM432,429. Bantuan ini adalah untuk membiayai sebahagian atau sepenuhnya kos perubatan bagi apa-apa jenis penyakit yang telah diberi diagnosis oleh pegawai perubatan kerajaan untuk rawatan segera. Bantuan ini bersifat one-off. Jenis bantuan adalah merangkumi kos pembedahan dan implan, pembelian peralatan perubatan, ubat-ubatan serta lain-lain bantuan yang wajar bagi tujuan rawatan, pemulihan dan penyembuhan. Tuan Speaker, empowering persons with disabilities atau PWD. The Sarawak government, through our ministry, has made great strides in improving the lives of persons with disabilities by providing better infrastructures, sports training, and talent development in tandem with their needs. Collaborative efforts by government agencies, NGOs, corporate bodies, and concerned individuals have empowered the PWDs with relevant skills and knowledge, which can boost their self-esteem and confidence, thus giving them a sense of dignity. Our caring government ensures that everyone feels that they are a part of Sarawak Ku Sayang. One-Stop Early Intervention Center or OSIC. One-Stop Early Intervention Center or OSIC Sarawak telah beroperasi pada 30 Oktober 2020. OSIC menyediakan perkhidmatan diagnosis, intervensi awal dan rehabilitasi untuk kanak-kanak autistik, Down syndrome dan bermasalah pembelajaran bagi kanak-kanak yang berumur 7 tahun ke bawah. Sukacita dimaklumkan bahawa OSIC pertama ini telah mendapat sambutan yang menggalakkan dan telah menerima sebanyak 257 pendaftaran melebihi anggaran kapasiti 100 orang. Lebih membanggakan, kesemua 26 orang kanak-kanak kohort pertama OSIC tahun 2022 telah berjaya masuk ke pendidikan formal aliran perdana, program pendidikan integrasi dan kelas pendidikan khas di bawah Kementerian Pendidikan Malaysia. Dengan kejayaan ini dan permintaan tinggi daripada ibu bapa, Kementerian akan memperluaskan perkhidmatan sedia ada di OSIC. Kementerian juga akan menyediakan perkhidmatan serupa di luar bandar bermula dengan Kompleks Kesejahteraan Komuniti Dalat. Special Needs Community Center atau SNCC. Kesinambungan daripada penubuhan OSIC, Kementerian telah mendapat kelulusan daripada Kerajaan GPS untuk membina Special Needs Community Center. Pusat ini akan memberi perkhidmatan yang bersepadu dan holistik kepada golongan OKU. People with Disabilities Sports Powerhouse. Sejak tahun 1994, atlet OKU Sarawak telah menjuarai Sukan Para Sukma sebanyak 13 kali berturut-turut. Terima kasih. Kementerian bertekad untuk mempertahankan kejuaraan Sukan Para Sukma edisi ke-20 pada Oktober 2022 dan mengekalkan Sarawak sebagai People with Disabilities Sports Powerhouse. Ini akan dilakukan melalui strategi yang holistik dan bersepadu. Inisiatif terkandung dalam unit pembangunan OKU sejak 2018 telah membuktikan bahawa makin ramai atlet OKU Sarawak telah dan akan mewakili Malaysia di peringkat antarabangsa. Pemantapan penyampaian perkhidmatan kebajikan. Sejajar dengan perubahan dan jangkaan permintaan semasa, Kementerian telah menganjurkan bengkel pemurnian garis panduan pemberian geran pelancaran pada Mac 2021 dan 4 bengkel pada awal tahun 2022 bagi tujuan memantapkan sistem penyampaian perkhidmatan dan agihan bantuan. Sebagai contoh, isu pengurusan kenyalang Gold Card yang dibangkitkan oleh Yang Berhormat Bagi Lingga, sukacita dimaklumkan Kementerian sedang membuat persediaan untuk menambah baik proses pencetakan dan pengagihan kad KGC di peringkat Pejabat Kebajikan Masyarakat Bahagian. Sukacita juga dimaklumkan pada tahun 2021 dan sehingga April 2022, JKMS telah mengadakan sesi libat urus sebanyak 25 kali bagi membantu penduduk setempat mendapat kad KGC mereka. Sehubungan ini, saya memohon kerjasama ahli yang berhormat dari Lingga dan ahli-ahli yang berhormat di Dewan Yang Mulia ini untuk memaklumkan pemohon-pemohon KGC dari kawasan masing-masing untuk menyemak status permohonan mereka di pejabat JKMS yang berdekatan. Untuk makluman ahli yang berhormat Bagi Macan, bantuan kebajikan di bawah JKMS adalah bersifat sementara bagi membantu individu atau keluarga yang tidak mampu dan berkeperluan bagi meneruskan kehidupan yang lebih berkualiti dan ianya boleh diberhentikan sekiranya tidak lagi memenuhi syarat-syarat kelayakan. Walau bagaimanapun, mereka masih boleh mengemukakan permohonan baru untuk pertimbangan semula. Tuan Speaker, keharmonian dan kesejahteraan komuniti. Kementerian komited menangani isu-isu sosial utama dan melestarikan institusi keluarga demi mengukuhkan keharmonian, kesejahteraan dan keterangkuman sosial. Menangani isu sosial dalam komuniti. To address pertinent social issues amongst vulnerable and high-risk groups, seperti yang dipaparkan di skrin, ya. The Ministry is embarking on integrated social support and intervention in the community under the 12th Malaysia Plan and PCDS 2030. For the homeless, the government has decided to establish a safe transit place or tempat transit gelandangan. One is currently operating in Cebu, which is managed by volunteers. The next TTG will be in Kuching, Bintulu, and Miri. Social issues and problems are too complex to be addressed in silo. The Ministry is advocating for integrated, collaborative, and holistic approaches involving government agencies, private and commercial organizations, NGOs, and philanthropists. Based on that spirit of collective responsibility, the Ministry is now establishing a community social support center in Kuching through a public-private civil society partnership venture. Similar centers will also be set up in Sri Aman, Cebu, Kapit, Muka, Bintulu, Miri, and Lawas. Besides TTGs and CSSCs, the Ministry is also setting up community development and intervention centers specific for groups affected by substance abuse in Bau, Cebu, Dalat, Bintulu, Subis, Miri, and Limbang. This integrated facility in the community aimed at sustaining the recovery and sobriety of individuals affected by substance is a joint effort by relevant members of the One-Stop Committee untuk menangani isu dadah dan substance, NGOs and the community. Untuk makluman ahli yang berhormat Bagi Krian dan ahli yang berhormat Batu Kitang, bahawa kemudahan-kemudahan yang telah disebutkan tadi adalah inisiatif baru bagi menambah luas usaha menangani isu dadah dan substance di Sarawak, seperti yang pernah dilaporkan dalam Mesyuarat Kedua Penggal Keempat Sidang DUN yang ke-18 pada 12 November 2019 yang lalu. These social transformation facilities are in addition to the recently completed integrated community well-being complex in Dalat. InsyaAllah, this will be followed by one in Kapit and one in Tatau. Tuan Speaker, di samping pembangunan kemudahan, Kementerian juga gigih melaksanakan program intervensi sosial bersepadu dengan pelbagai pihak melalui tadbir urus pembangunan sosial yang utama seperti Majlis Pembangunan Sosial Sarawak, MPS, Jawatankuasa Penyelarasan dan Pemantauan Sosial di peringkat bahagian, One-Stop Teenage Pregnancy Committee, One-Stop Committee bagi menangani isu dadah dan substance peringkat negeri, daerah dan Biro MITS kawasan penghulu, Jawatankuasa Penyelarasan Gelandangan Sarawak dan Jawatankuasa Khas Kewarganegaraan peringkat Sarawak di bawah Perkara 15A Perlembagaan Persekutuan. Melalui urus tadbir tersebut, 725 siri program intervensi bersepadu telah dikendalikan dalam komuniti sejak 2016 sehingga 2021. Kelestarian keluarga sejahtera. Mengikut kajian Indeks Kesejahteraan Keluarga Malaysia 2019, berdasarkan 8 domain, Sarawak mencatatkan kesejahteraan keluarga pada tahap sederhana dengan skor 7.78 daripada skor maksimum 10. Skor yang dicapai oleh Sarawak bagi 8 domain yang diukur adalah hubungan kekeluargaan 8.44, ekonomi keluarga 7.9, kesihatan keluarga 7.41, keselamatan keluarga 7.98, keluarga dan keterlibatan komuniti 8.09, peranan agama dan amalan kerohanian 8.15, perumahan dan persekitaran 6.98 dan keluarga dan teknologi komunikasi 7.34 seperti yang dibentangkan dan dipaparkan di skrin. Selain daripada sistem sokongan sosial yang telah dinyatakan, Kementerian melaksanakan program secara berterusan bagi mencapai kelestarian institusi keluarga yang berdaya tahan, mengharungi cabaran kehidupan, mampu menyara keluarga, menyediakan persekitaran yang kondusif serta selamat, dan hubungan kekeluargaan yang erat dan harmoni. Bagi mengukuhkan hubungan kekeluargaan, Kementerian dengan kerjasama Lembaga Penduduk dan Pembangunan Keluarga Negara atau LPPKN dan agensi negeri lain termasuk NGO melaksanakan secara berterusan pelbagai program pembangunan keluarga, khusus pengukuhan institusi perkahwinan dan keluarga seperti kursus pra-perkahwinan, kursus keibubapaan datuk nenek, kursus keibubapaan tunggal dan kursus keibubapaan remaja. Kementerian juga giat melaksanakan program-program kesedaran dan advokasi tentang hak dan perlindungan wanita dan kanak-kanak yang termaktub dalam undang-undang sedia ada. Tuan Speaker, sustainable well-being is achieved when improving individual well-being is correlated with improving the well-being of other members of society and the natural environment. People's happiness depends to a large extent on the circumstances of the broader community they are part of and their relationship to it. Sustainable community well-being and empowering women can help expand economic growth, promote social development, and establish more stable and just societies. Women are crucial contributors, implementers, and beneficiaries of sustainable development, and definitely can help increase community capacity at the grassroots level by leading effective community-based sustainable development actions. In a nutshell, our caring community for a better tomorrow starts as early as in the mind of a young child. Early childhood education and care provides the foundation of character building, lifelong learning, and well-being. It is our responsibilities to provide access, equity, and quality in early childhood care and education, not only to prepare our children for the future, but we prepare the future for our children. GPS is fully aware of the global, national, and local agenda about what people need, what they want, and how these needs and wants are to be addressed. GPS places Sarawak's future and people's well-being as its top priority. Thus, we are now charting possible line of actions to address the issues of aging society and age-friendly city. For the many efforts we took and for the new ones we are designing, we need the involvement of everyone to ensure Sarawak achieves sustainable well-being and a dignified existence for all. Berat sama dipikul, ringan sama dijinjing, hati gajah sama dilapah, hati nyamuk sama dicicah. Engkau tok, aku serta kementerian ucap selamat ngintu Hari Gawai Dayak ngagai semua, gayu guru gerai nyamai lantang senang nguan menua. Sekian, wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi.
Waalaikumsalam. Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Haji Fatimah Abdullah, Menteri Pembangunan Wanita, Kanak-kanak dan Kesejahteraan Komuniti. Terima kasih. Seterusnya, ingin kita persilakan Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Profesor Dr. Sim Kui Hian, Timbalan Premier Sarawak, Menteri Kesihatan Awam, Perumahan dan Kerjaan Tempatan. Silakan, Yang Berhormat.
Thank you very much, Dato' Speaker. Selamat petang, salam sejahtera dan salam Sarawakku sayang. Dato' Speakers, first and foremost, together with the other ahli-ahli yang berhormat in this august house, I wish to record my sincere appreciation and thanks to His Excellency Governor of Sarawak for his address during the opening of the second meeting of the first sessions of the 19th sitting of Dewan Undangan Sarawak on 17 May 2022. I would like also to congratulate Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Johari bin Tun Abang Haji Openg, Premier of Sarawak, for leading the GPS to an astounding victory in the just concluded 12th state election, which was held on the 18th December 2021. Dato' Speaker, I would also like to congratulate all the 82 ahli-ahli Yang Berhormat elected to this august house in December. Warmest welcome to the 17 new ahli Yang Berhormat to the fraternity. His Excellency Governor of Sarawak, in his opening address, has emphasized on the aspirations of the post-COVID-19 development strategies 2030, whereby by 2030, Sarawak will be a thriving society driven by data and innovations, where everyone enjoys economic prosperity, social inclusivity, and sustainable environment. His Excellency Governor of Sarawak also stressed on the need for the state government to implement diligently the Action Implementation Plans, AIP, as strategized in PCDS 2030, and to take immediate action to address the issue of late delivery of infrastructures and telecommunication projects. The development of basic infrastructure such as road networks, provision of utilities, and upgrading of bridges will accelerate the socio-economic developments and improve the quality of life of the people. I would also like to record my appreciation to all ahli-ahli yang berhormat who during the course of their debates either have commented or raised matters related to my ministry, as well as agencies and departments under my purview or watching brief. I will now proceed with my winding up speech, and I will attempt to respond to issues raised by ahli-ahli yang berhormat. Ministry of Public Health, Housing and Local Government. Dr. Speaker, there are 28 agencies under my charge, namely Department of Irrigation and Drainage, Sewerage Service Department, Housing Development Corporation, Bolio Development Corporation, 24 local authorities including MBKS. We pledge to do our best and are committed to continuously enhance our service delivery in order to improve the quality of life of the rakyat. In addition to these state departments and agencies, 2 federal departments are under my watching brief. They are Sarawak Health Department and the Fire and Rescue Department, Malaysia, Sarawak. Development projects and programs under local authorities. Dr. Speaker, for the information of ahli-ahli yang berhormat, my ministry was allocated with a 60.7 million ringgit for the implementation of 8 continuation projects of RNK-11 in 2021 by local authorities. Out of the 8 projects, 2 have been completed and the remaining 6 are currently under various stages of implementation. For 2022, my ministry was allocated with 150.6 million ringgit for the implementation of 223 projects of RNK-12 by 24 local authorities. These infrastructure projects involve provisions of street lightings, traffic lights, footpaths, roads, public toilets, drainage, town beautifications, and rural facilities and amenities. All these projects are at various stages of implementation. Under the Rural Transformation Projects, RTP, the local authorities under my ministry was allocated with 96.2 million ringgit in 2021 for the implementation of 720 projects and 117.8 million ringgit in 2022 for 805 projects. All these projects are at various stages of implementation. In addition to this, since 2018, 303 project rakyat have been approved with a total allocation of 1.5 billion. These projects are implemented by DID, HDC, JKR, LCDA, DBKU, BDA, and the local authorities. To date, 164 projects have been completed, whereas 139 projects are in various stages of implementation. In 2021, 304.9 million ringgit has been disbursed to 24 local authorities under the Malaysian Road Record Information System, MARIS program for road maintenance work, including road furnitures, road shoulders, roadside drains, etc. in the local authorities areas. While this year, total of 305.2 million ringgit has been approved, as at 30th April 2022, 102.8 million ringgit has been disbursed. In addition to this, the Federal Ministry of Housing and Local Government, KPKT, has allocated 22.5 million in 2021 for the 24 local authorities in Sarawak to implement 195 minor infrastructure projects. All these projects have been completed. This year, my ministry has again submitted our project proposal for minor infrastructure work to be implemented by the local authorities in Sarawak. Laws and legislation. Dr. Speaker, Protection of Public Health, Compounding of Offences Regulations 2020. I wish out there ahli-ahli yang berhormat that during the pandemic, my ministry has drafted the Protection of Public Health, Compounding of Offences Regulations 2020, which came into force on the 1st July 2020. These regulations prescribe the manner and procedure for issuance of compounds for an offence committed under Protection of Public Health Ordinance 1999, KE-30. Protection of public health measures on the carrying out of activities in infected local areas orders. Since 18 March 2020, my ministry has worked closely with State Attorney General Chamber to draft and put in force several protection of public health measures on the carrying out of activities in infected local areas orders. These orders spell out measures relating to monitoring the movements of persons within the state, including the use of electronic tagging or any other means approved by the State Disaster Management Committee, SDMC. SDMC also issues guidelines or standard operating procedures, SOP, as approved by the Minister in charge of public health. Protection of public health, declarations of quarantine station in infected local areas order. Pursuant to the powers conferred under Section 15 of the Protection of Public Health Ordinance 1999 to the Minister, my ministry has gazetted several places which has been identified as suitable to be declared as quarantine stations for the purpose of monitoring movements of persons within the infected local areas. Temporary measures for reducing the impact of coronavirus disease 2019, COVID-19, housing development, control and licensing regulations 2021. Due to several movement control measures imposed since 18 March 2020, many services and businesses relating to housing development have been affected where they are unable to perform their contractual obligations and statutory duties as required under the law. On the 9th of November 2020, State Legislative Assembly passed the temporary measures for reducing the impact of coronavirus disease 2019 Ordinance 2020, which complements the Coronavirus Disease Act 2020. My ministry has come out with the temporary measures for reducing the impact of Coronavirus Disease 2019, Housing Development, Control and Licensing Regulations 2021 to relieve and exempt the contractual statutory obligations to developers or the purchasers under the contract or under the law from 18 March 2020 until 31st December 2020, while temporary measures for reducing the impact of coronavirus disease 2019 housing development control licensing extension period notification 2021, which came into force on the 1st January 2021 to extend the period further to 17 March 2022. Local Authorities Amendment Ordinance 2020, KE-19. Since the last amendment in 2013, there has been no further amendments to Local Authorities Ordinance. Therefore, it is necessary to amend the principal ordinance in order to update several provisions to meet the changes and expectations of the present situation. The Local Authorities Amendment Ordinance 2020 has come into force on the 1st of March 2022. The main legal implications including amendment to Section 165 allows delegation of minister power to any person. Amendments to Section 3 grants native status to all local authorities for the purpose of Land Court KE-81 1958 edition, and amendments to Section 172 is to relocate the power of MNKN to amend the third and fourth schedules into new Section 172A. Strata Management Ordinance 2019 KE-76. Strata Management Ordinance 2019 KE-76 was put in force on 1st March 2022. It is hoped that with the introduction of this specific law, the maintenance and management of strata buildings in Sarawak will always be in good state of maintenance for the benefit of the owners as well as the tenants. Community programs. Dr. Speaker, over the last 2.5 years, my ministry through 23 local authorities has been continuously engaging with the community in the community programs by adopting the new norms to bring the messages across without physical contact. In year 2020, my ministry has approved 115 community programs with a disbursed allocations of 1.3 million for 23 local authorities. In 2021, my ministry has approved 121 programs with a disbursed allocation of 1.09 million ringgit. For this year, my ministry has allocated 2 million ringgit for this program. I wish to report that we have approved 69 programs with a disbursed allocation of 575,899 ringgit to date. Bantuan Khas Sarawakku Sayang, BKSS. Sarawak government has introduced BKSS in order to help and reduce the burden of the rakyat due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Under my ministries, since the year 2020, a few initiatives have been introduced, for example, discount on assessment rates, waivers of licenses and permit fees for markets, hawkers, night markets, bazaars, hotels, and 50% discount on rental of markets, hawker stores belonging to local authorities. This initiative cost the government 518.43 million ringgit in revenues. Issue raised by Ali Yang Mohamad, Strata Management, Bracket Management and Maintenance Bracket Regulations 2022. For the information of Ali Yang Mohamad for pending, the Strata Management, Bracket Management and Maintenance Bracket Regulations 2022 has been approved and will take effect on the 1st June 2022. With regards to the setting out of Strata Management Bracket, Strata Management Tribunal Regulation and Strata Management Bracket Compounding of Offences Regulations, the Sarawak government is in the midst of fine-tuning the draft to ensure that it fits local conditions and is practical to pragmatic to serve the needs of the riot. My ministry has submitted the draft of the Strata Management Bracket, Strata Management Tribunal Regulations and Strata Management Bracket Compounding of Offences Regulations to the State Attorney General Chambers in 2021 last year for the vetting and approval. Meanwhile, based on provisions of Section 3, Bracket 6 of the Strata Management Ordinance 2019, the Commissioner of Buildings, COB, has been making use of the exact approved provisions of the newly passed Strata Management, Bracket Management and Maintenance Regulations 2022 for the smooth administration and enforcement of the ordinance. Municipal services and infrastructures. For the information of Ali Yang Mohamad for Katibas and Dudong, Kapit District Council and Cebu Municipal Council respectively always strive to provide good and better municipal services to the rakyat. The delay for Song Waterfront is due to the imposition of Movement Control Order MCO during the pandemic period. Kapit District Council is closely monitoring the project. As at 30th April 2022, the physical progress is 88% and the project is due for completion in August 2022. As for the upgrading of existing abattoir at Cebu, Cebu Municipal Council have carried out the necessary improvement touching on the aspect of hygiene as required by the Veterinary Department for the reopening of the abattoir in 1st April 2022. Cebu Municipal Council will also look into the need for the abattoir to be relocated. For the information of Ali Yang Mohamad for Batu Kitang, Malaysian Road Record Information System MARIS fundings are meant for maintenance of roads and roadside drains which meet the criteria of road standard as stipulated by Ministry of Finance Malaysia, which does not include backlands of housing estate. For the information of Ali Yang Mohamad for Tebiduk Syrian District Councils, Syrian District Council has provided a total of 6 hawker stores at Bandar Mutiara Tebiduk. However, only 3 stores are being occupied as of today. The council will consider providing more stores if there is a demand for more training places in the future. In response to the request made by Ali Yang Mohamad for Tebiduk and Bukit Semujak, Syrian District Council could not be elevated to a municipal council until it meets the criteria set out by the Kementerian Perumahan dan Kerajaan Tempatan KPKT Malaysia. For the information of Ali Yang Mohamad for pending, Prima Bintahwa Housing cater for the household who has income between ringgit 2,500 B40 and ringgit 15,000 top 20 which is about the M40 group. The council rate in Sarawak are calculated based on annual rateable values of the rateable holdings, which is the estimated gross annual rent. All rateable holdings are valued by appointed valuation officer. Under Section 69 of Local Authorities Ordinance 1996, a notice of amendment to valuation list detailing the annual rateable values, rate percentage, and annual rate payable will be issued to each new rateable property assessed. The owner has at least 14 days to object. All councils in Sarawak have established procedures to handle assessment rate objection. For the information of ahli yang berpenting, no prima bintawang owners has submitted their objection. For further information of ahli yang berpenting, all council valuers in Sarawak are professionally qualified and have at least quarterly meetings to address and standardize approach of valuation and discuss any related issues to valuation. For the information of ahli yang berhormat for Ngema, the Sarawak government through DID will implement the flood mitigation and car park at Nangga Ngema town with a cost of 200,000 ringgit under RTP 2022 this year. Kanawit District Council will bid for funding to establish a mini esplanade upon the completion of the flood mitigation project. For the information of ahli yang berhormat for Bukit Bergunan, Sri Aman District Council plans to upgrade the earth drain to concrete drain along Skin Road at Melugu in stages based on the approved budget under RNK 12. The council also has a plan to widen and improve the road leading to Kampong Bangkung, Bantu, subject to availability of funds. For the information of ahli yang berhormat for Repok, Sewerage District Council has planned to install new street lighting on the main roads in Sewerage, namely Jalan Hijau, Jalan Repok, and Jalan Rentek. The same goes for the installation of street lighting in residential areas as well as rural areas, especially in resettlement schemes, villages, and longhouses through the allocation of BP1 and RNK 12. For the information of ahli yang berhormat for Repok, the upgrading of waterfront for Sewerage, waterfront at riverside of Reason River has been approved under RNK 12 with a scheme value of 20 million ringgit. However, only 500,000 ringgit ceiling is allocated for RNK 12. This amount is for the pre-contract preparation such as appointment of consultant, site investigations, SI, design, environmental impact assessment, EIA, and other associated preparatory works. Once the preliminary work are finalized, Sewerage District Council will request for additional funding through RMK 12 midterm review for the construction of the waterfront. Housing. Thanks, speakers. I will now deliberate on housing. Sarawak government-funded projects. Under RMK 12 or Sarawak government-funded projects, Housing Development Corporation has been allocated a ceiling of 398 million ringgit to implement affordable housing and 3 non-fiscal projects. A total of 1,568 units of affordable housing and Rumah Spectra Permata (RSP) are in the various stages of implementation in Kuching, Samrahan, Sri Aman, Betong, Serikay, Cebu, Kapit, Muka, Miri, and Limbang. HDC is also tasked to upgrade the infrastructures and amenities for 3 traditional kampongs in Kuching under Urban Renewal Program. The 3 non-fiscal projects are financial grants to Mutiara, strata title management for HDC's flat, and housing needs and demand study. Federal government-funded projects. Currently, there is only one ongoing federal government-funded affordable housing project in Sarawak under the program Perumahan Rakyat (PPR) since 2018. That is PPR Seduan in Cebu. The construction of the 461 single-story terrace house is scheduled to be completed by April 2023. My ministry will continue to pursue more funding and collaborate with federal government to provide more affordable housing opportunities in Sarawak. Dato' Speakers, Sarawak Rental Assistance Scheme SRAS, to assist low-income groups and mitigate urban poverty by reducing living costs in major towns such as Kuching, Cebu, Bintulu, and Miri. Sarawak government has introduced SRAS. Under these schemes, eligible applicants from low-income groups who are staying in rented houses will be assisted with a rental assistance to a maximum of 200 ringgit per month for a maximum of 36 months. And allocations of 48 million ringgit has been approved under this initiative and will benefit about 20,000 eligible households. As of April 2022, SRAS Selection Committee has approved 1,176 applications involving an approximate commitment of 6.6 million ringgit. Out of 1,176 approved applicants, 749 are from Kuching, 123 from Cebu, 260 from Bintulu, and 49 from Miri. Housing Deposit Assistance Scheme, HDAS. To overcome and spur the housing and real estate activities, Sarawak government in 2021 has introduced HDAS initiative. This initiative provides cash assistance to the eligible applicant by giving a grant of up to 10,000 ringgit for the house upfront deposit payments. Under the 2022 Sarawak budgets, an allocation of 10 million ringgit has been approved through my ministry for Mutiara Finance to implement this initiative, and is targeted to benefit about 1,200 first-home buyers in Sarawak. To date, 15 private developers have registered and have taken part in the HDAS initiative. As at 30th April 2022, Mutiara has approved 318 applications amounting to 2.3 million ringgit. Out of these, 236 applicants are HDC house buyers with a value of 1.49 million ringgit, while 82 applicants are private developers house buyers with a value of 810,962 ringgit. Long House Loan Scheme. Dr. Speaker, for the information of Ali Yang Berhormat, Sarawak government has approved an annual budget of 50 million for the implementation of the scheme. In addition, since 2021, all loans approved under these schemes are zero interest. For the year 2021, HDC through my ministry received a total allocation of 50 million ringgit in the form of grant from the Sarawak government for the implementation of this scheme. As of 30th April 2022, a total of 47.9 million ringgit has been disbursed, which benefited 76 longhouses consisting of 1,608 households. In addition, federal government has contributed 10 million ringgit for 2021 for this program, benefiting 17 longhouses consisting of 320 households. Currently, there are 301 longhouses consisting of 6,173 households in the waiting list, and my ministry will continue to bid for more funding from the federal government for the continuation of these schemes. Mutiara Mortgage and Credit Sendirian Berhad Mutiara. To address the end financing problems faced by home buyers in the low-income group B40 and middle-income group N40, state government has approved an allocation of 8 million in 2022 state budget to Mutiara to provide loan assistance for this group. Currently, Mutiara has approved a total of 68.5 million ringgit involving 1,259 house buyers and has disbursed 38.3 million to 887 successful applicants. The interest charged at 1% for B40 group, money income of below 4,395 ringgit, and 3% for N40 groups with monthly income of below 9,730 ringgit. As at 30th April 2022, Mutiara collection report recorded 0 arrears from the borrowers. Dr. Speakers, strata title application for HDC's projects. I would like to update Ali Yang Berhormat on strata titles applications for HDC workout flat in Sarawak. My ministry through HDC has been allocated a total of 11 million ringgit by the Sarawak government for application of strata title to 12,032 units of workout flats for sales and 3,272 units of walkout flats for rent managed by HDC throughout Sarawak. To date, 892 units consisting of 636 units of walkout flats for sales and 256 units of walkout flats for rental have been issued with strata titles by Land and Survey Department, while 1,088 units of walkout flats are still pending issuance of strata titles. Meanwhile, the application for Type B survey job of individual units for 6,848 units of HDC flats is still in progress. Issue raised by Ali Yang Muhammad. Dr. Speaker, affordable housing. For the information of Ali Yang Muhammad for Satok, HDC will allocate with Land and Survey Department to meet the needs of affordable housing in Satok constituency. Under this collaboration, HDC will implement Rumah Spectra Permata, RSP, affordable housing on scheme Pembesaran Kampung, SPK, developed by Land and Survey at scheme Pembesaran Kampung, Segeduk, Kuching. HDC will request for funds from Sarawak government for this purpose upon the completion of the infrastructure by Land and Survey. For the information of Ali Yang for Talian, my ministry through the HDC has planned to develop affordable housing in Talian constituency on a joint venture basis. It involves the development of 200 units of 3-story townhouses, 60 units of both Rumah Spectra Light, Rumah Spectra Medium, terrace houses, and 134 units of normal housing. The proposed site is located on Lot 746, 748, and 584, Block 76, Muka Land District, Muka, and planning approval has been obtained from the State Planning Authority on 27 July 2021. The implementation of this project will be done in blocking. For the information of Ali Yang Muhammad for Lingga, HDC has completed 10 units of Rumah Spectra Permata in scheme Pembesaran Kampung Lingga. Lot casting was carried out on 25th March 2022. Under the RNK tour, HDC will build another 20 units of Rumah Spectra Permata in Lingga constituency located at SPK Meludang. For the information of Ali Ahmad for Katibas, my ministry has forwarded a request to the federal government for the funding of program Perumahan Rakyat PPR Song Fasa 2 under the RNK 11 Rolling Plan 3. However, up to now, there's no feedback from federal government. My ministry will pursue this matter further. For the information on Yang Muhammad for Dudong, 66 house owners were directly affected due to damage or gas explosion at one block of Cebu Jaya flat on 13 April 2015. 34 owners are willing and have been allocated to the new units in Cebu Jaya flats. 8 owners yet to state their response, and the balance of 24 owners choose to remain and retain the units at the affected blocks. The rebuilding and reconstruction of the affected areas, as recommended by the experts and agreed by the chief building inspectors, will be carried out after the issuance of individual strata titles, which are currently under the final stage. For information of Ali Yang Muhammad for Kota Sentosa, my ministry is aware of the issues faced by the first-time house buyer due to the increasing housing price. Therefore, Sarawak government has introduced Housing Deposit Assistance Schemes, HDAS, to a maximum of 10,000 ringgit to assist first-time house buyers from B40 and N40 group to pay their house deposit. For the information of Ali Yang Muhammad for Pujuk, Report, and Meluang, Yeah.
Are you giving way, Minister?
Yes.
Perungan.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Honourable Minister, for allowing the clarification. I'm aware that the Sarawak State Government has given this 10,000 deposit subsidy for first-time house purchaser. But if you go by the figures, the median figure shown in the Age Malaysia on the house prices of Sarawak, which is way too high. The median house prices in Sarawak is 326,000. And whereas our median household income is only 45,000, i.e. house price to income ratio is 7.1, which is the highest in the country among all the states. Now, I've in my debate asked posed the question as to how could this be possible when we have abundance of land, and what solution this must be done. The solution must be a long-term solution. What solution or proposal that the government has to resolve this issue so as to make houses more affordable to the people? That one of 10,000 in the face of 326,000 median house price is just a drop in the ocean, and it doesn't help much. So what is the what does the minister have? What plan does the minister have to lower that median house price in Sarawak, to make it more affordable for people in Sarawak? And my second question is, does the minister have the figure on the median figure on what are the term of housing loans for those young purchasers, those below 30 years old? What is their median term of their housing loan? 20 years, 25 years, 30 years?
Lot of speakers, the YB for Padungan, my answer is coming. So he's jumping ahead on time.
You like to respond
for,
now, or you want to give a written reply?
Yeah,
you want to finish?
In my
oh, I see. Okay.
In my answers.
It's in your
answer.
answer.
In my later on.
In your response.
So he is very impatient, trying to go down to the press conference soon.
Proceed, Minister.
For the information
I
of
think
Ali
Minister
Yang
has said it.
Puju.
You will let it.
Mr. Speaker, that is imputing improper motive. That is very uncalled for a minister.
I didn't quite hear that one just now.
You are very selective thinking. Hearing, and he addressed the issue to me, and then after that he moved on to the issue of raised by another member of this house.
No, I mean
that's why
your question, your issues were raised. I mean, will be answered soon. Okay.
Proceed, Minister.
For the information of Ali Yang Bomat for Pujuk, Report and Meluang, HDC has no plan to implement affordable housing project in your respective constituency in view of the unavailability of HDC's land for such development. However, under RNK 12, HDC will implement 101 units of Rumah Spectra Permata terrace houses at Kuala Barang, which is pending issuance of letters of appointment to the successful contractors. For the constituencies of Report and Meluang, HDC will work closely with Land and Survey Department to identify suitable state land within the area of the implementation of affordable housing needs. For the information of Ali Yang Bomat for Tanjung Batu, since 1980, BDA has developed 1,819 units of double-story and single-story terrace houses for the low-income group in Bintulu, such as Rancangan Perumahan Rakyat RPR Kidulong, Phase 1 to Phase 4, as well as RPR CBO. BDA has also developed 6 sites and services schemes with a total of 1,731 detached residential lots, namely at Kampong Asa Kiring Resettlement Scheme, Kampong Jepak Permai, Sungai Plain Resettlement Scheme, Kampong Jepak Extension Scheme, Cebu Resettlement Scheme, and Pandang Extension Scheme. Currently, BDA, in collaboration with the private sector, is implementing 366 units of three-party houses and 36 units of Spectra Medium at Kidulong. BDS has also planned to develop 1,600 units of affordable housing at Sepadok and Sungai Plain. For the information of Ali Yang Bomat for Baliniang, The earthwork for 22 units of rumah Spectra Permata at Scheme Pembesaran Kampung Balingiang had been carried out and completed by HDC. The successful consultant for the building works has been appointed in April 2022, and the tender is expected to be called in the fourth quarter of 2022. For the information of Ali Yang Mohamed for Tupong, my ministry will initiate an investigation into any reported delay cases of housing development with a permit issued by the ministry. For further information of Ali Yang Mohamed for Tupong, based on the provision of Housing Development Bracket Control Licensing Ordinance 2013, a housing development can be declared as abandoned upon the declaration issued by the minister responsible for housing. For the information of Ali Yang Mohamed for Pandungan, so I try my best to clarify your questions, so be patient. Housing price is a function of supply and demand. In Sarawak, as Ali Yang Mohamed of Pandungan should know, being a former Deputy Minister of KPD and KK, commodity prices in Sarawak are generally higher when compared with Peninsular Malaysia due to logistics and transportation. Furthermore, in West Malaysia, they have the economy of scales and size of the housing projects. Thus, housing price in Sarawak is generally and slightly higher than the national median house price, which is 326,500 versus 295,000 based on the 2020 statistics. These Khazanah Research Institute's median house price are based on the house developed by private developers and did not include affordable housing developed by federal or state government. The median price of house is affected by a number of factors, and in Sarawak, our inclination to have landed properties with a bigger land size, special green areas, and low density development. Hence, it is misleading to equate median house price with affordability and affordable housing. Sarawak government is well aware of the market situation. As a responsible government, we have embarked vigorously for the provision of affordable housing to all spectra of income groups with various financial assistance schemes. Among others, policy of subdivision of private land and Rumah Mampu Milik with schemes like Spectra Light, Spectra Medium, Putra, Housing Deposit Assistance Scheme, and financing through Mutiara with very low interest rate of 1 to 3%, as well as category that cannot get bank loan. In 2019, after PHDAP government not allocating any funding for affordable housing for Sarawak, despite housing is a concurrent list, instead of tengok sahaja and DAP's favorite word of bankrupt, our YAB Premier Sarawak has set a target of 2,500 units of affordable housing by GPS Sarawak government ourselves, with the price range of 90,000 to 160,000 to be built. Today, we have 2,800 units at different stages of construction. In summary, our housing policies are very resilient to the housing markets having affordable to the rakyat. For the information of Ali Yang from Betty Maro, under the Rancangan Perumahan Rakyat Pusat Redevelopment Program, HDC has planned to build 30 units of detached Rumah Spectra Permata RSP under RNK 12. The consultant for the replanning has been appointed in April 2022. For the information, I mean, you just like you said I didn't answer, and you had set out your clarification.
Are you giving way?
Padungan. So
Are you giving way,
let me
Minister?
continue first, okay?
Minister, Ya Mohamed,
For the
Ya Mohamed,
information of Ali Yang for
if you don't
Sewerage,
proceed,
yeah, HDC
he's not giving way.
will collaborate with
He's not giving
land
way.
survey
You understand that?
for the permission.
He's not giving you way. Proceed, Minister.
For the provision of Rumah Spectra Permata on any completed scheme pembesaran kampung or scheme penempatan semula, if any, in any constituency in Sarawak. Tribunal for Housing Purchases claims the total number of cases involved since January 2019 is 264 cases, 45 cases solved in year 2019, 110 cases solved in the year 2022, 97 cases solved in 2021 and 12 cases solved in 2022. All cases were solved in various divisions. The total value of award given by the Tribunal Court for the past 3 years since 2019 is 3.9 million ringgit. For the past 3 years, 78 cases have been withdrawn from the Tribunal Court. The Tribunal Office encourages both claimants and respondents to negotiate and solve their problems outside the court. The Tribunal filed a suit against developers in Limban District in January 2022 for failing to settle the liquidated and ascertained damages (LAD), thus making the suit the first in Sarawak. The suit was taken for violations of an offense under Section 53(1), Housing Development (Control and Licensing) Ordinance 2013, namely failing to comply with the award issued by the tribunals for housing purchasers' claims within 45 days from the date of the award. This legal action will give awareness to housing developers not to take lightly the award issued by the Tribunal for Housing Purchasers' Claims. Department of Irrigation and Drainage, Sarawak, DID. Other speakers, DID is a Sarawak government agency. However, drainage and irrigation are under the concurrent list. As such, all the development projects are funded by both federal and Sarawak government. State-funded projects, urban drainage and flood mitigation. For the information of ahli-ahli yang berhormat, in our efforts to alleviate flooding problems, the Sarawak government has allocated 14.7 million ringgit in 2022 for the implementation of numerous flood mitigation and drainage improvement projects. Out of the 14.7 million ringgit, 7.5 million ringgit is for 3 urban drainage improvement projects and 1 hydrographic survey work. One of the drainage improvement works is at Kampung Jerat Cebu, Fasa 2, which is expected to complete by middle of November 2022. The other 2 drainage improvement works are in Kubong, Limbang, and Kota Samarahan, Phase 1, Taman Desa Imu. Both are currently in design stage. The survey job is cadangan kerja-kerja hidrografik batang rijang dan batang ingan dari muara sungai sehingga ke Bandar Kapit dan Pelagus, a total of 370 kilometers. This project is to carry out hydrographic survey to determine the severity of sedimentation problems in Batang Rejang and Batang Ingang. Currently, it is in consultancy appointment stage. The remaining 7.2 million ringgit is for 5 flood mitigation projects. These projects include RTB Cebu, Phase 4, RTB Bintulu, Phase 2, RTB Miri, Phase 2, RTB Sungai Semarian, and drainage improvement works at Jalan Datuk Amar Kalong Ningkan and Jalan Datuk Tawis Seli. All the 4 RTB projects are currently under the consultancy appointment stage. The drainage improvement project is under the detailed design stage. Since 2018, the department has been allocated with 550 million ringgit for the implementation of 127 project rakyat, of which 34 million ringgit is made available in 2022 for 50 projects. Out of 50 projects, 23 are currently under construction, and the remaining 27 are under the design stage. Under the RTP for 2021, the department has been allocated with 78 million ringgit to implement 497 projects in various divisions. Out of these, 316 have been completed. The remaining 181 are in various stages of implementation. In 2022, 537 projects with total cost of 89 million ringgit were approved and are currently under various stages of implementation. State Alternative Funding Initiative. Data speakers, Sri Aman Development Agency, SADA. For the development of ahli-ahli yang berhormat, the Sarawak government has allocated 68 million ringgit for 10 flood mitigation and drainage improvement projects in Sri Aman Division under SADA. All the 10 projects are in various stages of implementation, 4 of which are expected to be completed in early 2023, while the remaining 6 are expected to be completed by 2025. Data speakers, federal funded projects, hydrology and water resources. For a sustainable water resource planning in Sarawak, the department is continuing to expand her hydrological network to carry out water balance study and to establish flood forecasting and warning system. Under the National Hydrological Network Program, the department will set up 21 new hydrological stations and upgrade 67 existing hydrological stations throughout Sarawak. The contract work consisting of 8.97 million ringgit is currently ongoing and is expected to be completed in July 2022. A water balance study of Sungai Similajau Basin in Bintulu is currently ongoing and is expected to be completed in September 2022. The findings of the study will be used to develop a water resource management and decision management support system, a flood forecasting and warning system for Sungai Sarawak and Petang Rejang with a projected cost of 34.2 million ringgit is currently under detailed design. The tender is expected to be called soon. Flood mitigation. For the information of ahli-ahli yang berhormat, federal government has allocated 11.05 million ringgit in 2022 for 5 flood mitigation projects. Out of these 5 projects, 3 are currently under design stage, 1 at tender stage and 1 at the construction stage. Pembangunan Lembangan Sungai Berspadu PLSB Sungai Sarawak with a cost of 150 million ringgit is currently in detailed design stage. The physical work are expected to commence by the end of 2022. The survey work of flood mitigation master plan study under Kerja Ukur Kejuruteraan Bagi Kajian Pelan Induk Tempatan Banjir Lembaga Batang Lupa Sarawak and Kerja Ukur Kejuruteraan Bagi Kajian Pelan Induk Tempatan Banjir Lembaga Lembangan Batang Saribas Sarawak has been allocated with the funding of 1 million ringgit from the federal government in 2022. Stormwater management drainage master plan studies are conducted for our urban centers to ensure proper stormwater facilities for the future planning and urban development. The study for Sewerage and Bintango were completed in 2019. The study for SIARAN Sri Aman Beton Debat, Spao, Saratok, Limbang, and Lawas have commenced in 2020 and are expected to be completed by the end of this year. Issue raised by ahli-ahli yang berhormat. Urban Stormwater Management, MASMA. For the information of ahli yang for Batu Kitang, the conventional design of drainage system was based on the first urban drainage manual, planning and design procedures number 1, urban drainage design standard and procedures for Peninsular Malaysia since 1975, issued by the Department of Irrigation and Drainage Malaysia. This manual has been superseded by Sarawak Urban Stormwater Management Guidelines in 2016. This is in line with MASMA and international practices. Reducing surface water from entering a drainage system through retrofitting via sustorm can be more cost-effective than increasing drainage capacity and building a bigger drain with direct discharge to the river. This new approach is more adaptable and flexible, allowing future modification to cope with climate and other changes in urbanized areas. Measures that mimic natural drainage processes can be introduced to improve the whole water cycle. DID Sarawak have a comprehensive list of completed and ongoing stormwater management master plan study that can be used as a guideline for stormwater management planning, dredging and distilling of Batang Rejang and Batang Ingan. For the information of ahli yang for Dudong, Sarawak government has approved an allocation of 2.8 million ringgit under RMK2 cadangan kerja-kerja hidrografi Batang Rejang dan Batang Ingan dari muara sungai sehingga ke Bandar Kapit dan Pelagus 370 kilometers with a scheme value of 10 million ringgit. The department will apply for additional funding under RMK2 midterm review. Cebu flood mitigation plans. For the information of ahli-ahli yang berhormat for Dudong and Bukit Asset respectively, Cebu flood mitigation work is based on Cebu Town Drainage Master Plan Study 1998. The study recommended that pumping system and bunding are the most suitable and effective to address the issue of flooding in Cebu Town. Phase 4 of the Cebu mitigation plan is now under the appointment of consultant stage. As for projek Menaik Tara dan Peparitan di kawasan Bukit Limat Nature Reserve dan Kampung Usaha Jaya Sentosa Cebu, it is currently in the design stage and is scheduled for tender by the end of this year. For the time being, the department and SMC will continue to bid for more allocation for drainage maintenance in Cebu. For the information of Ali Yambon for Kota Sentosa, resettlement scheme implemented by Land and Survey prior to 2018 are only completed with basic infrastructures and utilities such as gravel roads, earth drain, water supply, and electricity. Upgrading of drainage system for the whole settlement scheme is costly and need to be implemented in stages according to the severity of flooding. Stamping resettlement scheme is within the Kuching City Drainage Master Plan Study 2000. However, the study only covers trunk roads and rivers. MBKS will continue to seek more funding for this purpose. For the information of Ali Yambon from Machan, the Sarawak government has approved 10 million ringgit under the Project Rakyat for drainage improvement works at Kampung Muhibah Kanawit. Currently, the project is in the detailed design stage and tender is expected to be called by the end of 2022. For the information of Ali Yambon for Serembu, the proposed Senior 1 waterfront is now rescheduled for completion in August 2022. The contractor has delivered all the necessary construction materials on site. The delay is mainly due to shortage of manpower. The department has initiated several intervention meetings to address this problem and is now monitoring the progress fortnightly. The contractor has subsequently increased their manpower and machineries in accordance with the proposed cash-out plan. For the information of Ali Yang Bomat for Simujang, the Sarawak government has tasked DID Sarawak to carry out a study on proposed Simujang waterfront to find the appropriate measures to address the riverbank erosion problem. The department will follow up with the relevant authorities on this matter. For the information of Ali Yang Bomat for Tupong, the department is implementing a river wall project of 680 meters from Kampong Bedil to Kampong Lintang and will be completed soon. Currently, the proposed river wall for Kampong Lintang to Kampong Tupong is under the detailed design stage and is to be tendered soon. The department will carry out the feasibility studies on the proposed continuation of river wall towards Kampong Tupong Jaya. Sewerage Service Department, Urban Sewerage. Dr. Speaker, Sewerage Service Department is also another of our agency which is implementing projects funded by both the Sarawak government and the federal government under the concurrent list. I will now update the various sewerage projects in Sarawak which are undertaken by the department. Centralized Sewage System. Dr. Speaker, the implementations of Phase 1 of Miri Centralized Sewerage System with a scheme value of 428 million ringgit has commenced on 30th March 2017. The work is divided into two packages. Package A involves the installation of public sewage network and the property connection. Package B involves the construction of centralized sewage treatment plant and has been fully completed in November 2020. However, the completion of Package A, which was scheduled in November 2021, is now delayed due to the imposition of MCO. The current progress is at 98% completion. The department targets to commence the switching over for each and every property within the sewerage catchment area from the existing treatment system to the new centralized system within the next 6 months. The department is appealing to all the affected property owners for their cooperation because the department needs to enter their properties to carry out the final switching over to the new system. Kuching Centralized Sewage System Package 2, costing 750 million ringgit, has commenced on 15 September 2017. It covers Kampong Gitak, part of Jalan Matan, Jalan Tung, Abdurrahman Yaakob, and Padungan area. To date, the physical progress is 59%, and there is a slight delay of 6% due to the imposition of MCO. The package now is due to complete by first quarter of 2024. Kuching Centralized Sewage System Package 3, which an approved scheme value of 382 million ringgit, is currently under the preliminary stage of detailed survey and design. Physical work is expected to commence by first quarter of 2023. Dr. Speaker, Kuching Centralized Sewage System Package 1, which was completed in 2015, is currently serving about 97,000 population equivalents. The department is continuously connecting more properties into this system. The department is confident that the current federal government will increase the development allocation in the years to come so that more Kuching residents will enjoy the first-class urban sewerage infrastructure, septic/treatment facilities. Dato' Speakers, under RMK-11, the federal government has approved a total of 60 million to build 4 additional septic/treatment plants in Sarawak to serve the towns of Betong and Sri Aman, Serikit and Bintango, Kapit and Limbang. The design for all these 4 plants has been completed. Unfortunately, these four projects were put on hold by federal government in 2018 under the PH government. The department is in continuous communication with the Federal Ministry of Environment and Water to reactivate these projects. Once completed and commissioned, this facility will improve the treatment efficiency of the individual septic tank and the small package plants in our smaller towns. This will lessen the pollution load to our streams and rivers. Wastewater Management Master Plan Study. Dato' Speakers, the department has been implementing Kuching centralized sewage system based on the feasibility study of integrated wastewater management system for Kuching City. This master plan study was completed in 2003. With the rapid urbanization of Kuching City, the federal government has approved an allocation of 1 million in 2021 to review the 2003 master plan. This review will take into consideration of the urban sprawl over the last 20 years, the completed Package 1, and the ongoing Package 2 and Package 3. The progress of the review is on schedule at 50% and is expected to be completed by August this year. Sarawak Health Department, Health Services. Dato' Speaker, I will now proceed to update on the health services provided by Sarawak Health Department, one of federal departments under my watching brief. As at 30th April 2022, Sarawak Health Department has received 2.13 billion ringgit operating funds and 311.39 million ringgit of development funds from the Ministry of Health Malaysia to be used for operational expenses, human capital developments, minor upgrading works, hospital and clinic support services, as well as medical equipment procurement. To date, there are 26,208 government healthcare personnel serving in Sarawak. Development projects. As at 25th April 2022, the overall physical progress of Putrajaya Hospital project is 44% and is scheduled to be completed in March 2024. As at 25th April 2022, the physical progress of construction of an additional block in Miri Hospital is 19% and is scheduled to be completed in December 2023. For the new Lawas Hospital, as at 25th April 2022, the physical progress was 12% and is slightly behind schedule by 5%. The project is expected to be completed in February 2024. Simpang Bukit Health Clinic Muka Type 6 has started operation on 1st of March 2022. Nangga Kemali Health Clinic Serikit Type 6 was physically completed and is expected to be operational in July 2022. Cebu Health Clinic Type 3 and Bandar Raya Miri Health Clinic Type 2 are scheduled to be completed by this year. As at 25th April 2022, the physical progress of Cebu Health Clinic Type 3 is 88%. The physical progress of Bandar Raya Miri Health Clinic Type 2 is 86%. The ceiling cost of Cebu Health Clinic is 40 million ringgit, and its new block of health clinic is Type 3. The health clinic is also equipped with 2 units of quarters Class D, 8 units of quarters Class F, and 16 units of quarters Class G. The project cost for Bandar Raya Miri Health Clinic is 35 million ringgit. In addition to Taman Jaya Health Clinic Type 2, with a project cost of 40 million ringgit, has commenced construction on 8 December 2021. Cluster Hospital Initiative. The Ministry of Health Malaysia has introduced Cluster Hospital Initiative in 2014. The focus is to expand the specialty services to district hospital and to reduce the congestion at specialist clinic and medical wards in both major and minor specialist hospitals. In 2019, the Sarawak Health Department has started 2 cluster hospital initiatives. Subsequently, in 2022, another 4 cluster initiative was implemented. This involved 23 hospitals in Sarawak. The 6 cluster hospital initiative are Northern Cluster, led by Hospital Miri, Western Cluster, led by Hospital Bintulu, Central Cluster, led by Hospital Cebu, Eastern Cluster, led by Hospital Silike, Southeastern Cluster, led by Hospital Sri Aman, and Southern Cluster, led by Sarawak General Hospital. The implementation of this initiative will help to optimize the usage of hospital beds and other facilities such as operating theaters at underutilized district hospitals. Specialists from lit hospital will also perform surgical procedures at non-lit hospital. To date, surgical teams from Sarawak General Hospital have performed procedures such as open cholecystectomy, parathyroidectomy, open appendectomy, and tonsillectomy in bowel hospitals. COVID-19. The coronavirus disease pandemic has caused significant loss of lives, disrupted livelihoods, and undermined socioeconomic well-being throughout the world. As at 28 April 2022, a total of 305,180 COVID-19 cases and 1,729 direct COVID-19 deaths were reported in Sarawak since the first reported cases on the 13th of March 2020. A total of 2.77 million RT-PCR and professional RT-K antigen samples were analyzed. From the 1st January 2022 to 28 April 2022, there are a total of 58,880 reported cases compared to 135,742 reported cases in the last 4 months of the year 2021, a decrease of 61% in number of cases. Similarly, there is a reduction of case fatality rate of 0.22% or 114 direct COVID-19 deaths in the first 4 months of 2022 compared to the last 4 months of 2021, with a case fatality rate of 0.8% or 1,089 direct COVID-19 deaths. Usage of ICU beds and non-ICU beds also show a decreasing trend from 36% and 40% in EPIC week 13 to 10% and 26% in EPIC week 16, respectively. The statistics have shown a decreasing trend in new COVID-19 cases, COVID-19 death cases, bed utilization rate in our hospitals. These statistics show that the COVID-19 pandemic situation in Sarawak is getting better. In enforcing Prevention Control of Infectious Disease Act 1988, Act 342, since the beginning of COVID-19 pandemic until 28 April 2022, a total of 43,882 stay-home notice, 172,738 quarantine orders at quarantine centers, 944,122 home quarantine orders have been issued in Sarawak. Thank you very much for the people of Sarawak coming together to fight COVID-19. It is truly the best spirit of Sarawak solidarity at time of crisis. COVID-19 vaccination program. Sarawak has launched COVID-19 vaccination program on 26 February 2021 with the administration of the first dose of COVID-19 vaccines, Pfizer BioNTech, to Premier of Sarawak. The COVID-19 vaccination program is carried out in several phases. Phase 1 started on 26 February 2021 for frontliners. Phase 2 started on 19 April 2021, targeting high-risk categories, the elderly, immunocompromised group, OKU, people with chronic disease. Phase 3 started with 1st June 2021, targeting all population aged 18 and above. COVID-19 vaccination for adolescents 12 to 17 years old started on 8 September 2021. COVID-19 booster dose vaccination for eligible population aged 18 and above started on 13 October 2021. COVID-19 vaccination for children aged from 5 to 11 started on 3 February 2022, and COVID-19 second booster dose for persons aged 60 years and older, high-risk person aged 18 to 59 years, and first booster dose adolescent aged 12 to 17 years in high-risk persons started on 12 May 2022. Sarawak Health Department, with the help of State COVID-19 Immunization Task Force led by SDMC, has set out 78 pusat pemberian vaksin PPV R1, 2 PPV AstraZeneca, 1 PPV IPT, 42 PPV industry, 144 PPV klinik kesihatan, 22 special PPV, and 35 PPV mobile. Sarawak has achieved a high immunization rate despite its vast geophysical and difficult environment, especially over 40% of the population live in rural villages and longhouses. As at 20th May 2022, 83% of total population, or 2,343,667 Sarawakians had been fully vaccinated with 2 doses. In terms of age group, 91.1% of the population aged 18 years and above, or 1,881,213 people, and 93.9% of the population aged 12 to 17 years, or 271,465 people have been fully vaccinated. Meanwhile, only 66.8% of the population aged 5 to 11 years, or 190,989 people have been fully vaccinated. Our target is to fully immunize 80% of this group by the end of June 2022. Sarawak has given the first booster dose to 89.5% of the eligible population, or 1,643,621 people. The program to administer a second booster dose has recently commenced, as at 19 May 2022, 5,515 eligible people have received the second booster dose. Rabies. Between 1st July 2017 and 28 April 2022, Sarawak State Health Department received a total of 66,153 cases of animal bites. Out of this number, 23,918 high-risk cases have received vaccination. A total of 48 human rabies cases were recorded for this period, with 7 cases reported in 2022 alone. Out of the total 48 human rabies cases, there are 5 survivors, with 3 of them were cases reported in 2022. Awareness talk and brochures have been distributed to the community. Posters and banners have been displayed at strategic locations to create public awareness on the dangers of rabies. Sarawak can only be declared rabies-free once again after we remain free of animal and human rabies for a period of at least 2 years. For the information of Ali Yang Mohamad, the WHO has target of eliminating rabies globally by the year 2030. Pharmacy Value Added Services, VAS. Pharmacy Value Added Services, VAS, is an initiative started by the Pharmaceutical Service Division of Sarawak Health Department to help ease patients in collecting their follow-up medicine supplies. Among the services offered at Sarawak Government Hospital and Health Clinics are Sistem Pendispensan Ubat Bersepadu, SPUB, Appointment System, Ubat Melalui POS, UMP, Pusat Pengkumpulan Ubat Susulan, PPUS, Walk-Through Pharmacy Counters, EQ Drop Box, My Ubat, Drive-Through, and Local for You. For the information of Ali Yang Mohamad, in 2021, the number of follow-up prescriptions dispensed through this VAS is 676,073 out of total prescription of 1,360,132, which is about 40.55%. Issue raised by Ali Yang Mohamad, Health Clinics and Healthcare. For the information of Ali Yang Mohamad for Daro, the Sarawak Health Department has classified Matu Health Clinic as an All Clinic Type 3, OC3, and has included it in the priority list of all clinics that need immediate attention. This list was forwarded to the Deputy Minister of Health to the Ministry of Health in March 2022, and the issues were also raised at the MS63 Socio-Economic Working Committee meeting. For the information of Ali Yang Mohamad for Daro and Katibas, the provision of health services in Sarawak is constantly monitored by the Sarawak Health Department through the Divisional Health Office, which identified the need for construction of a new clinic as a replacement clinic or for the improvement of existing medical facilities in their respective areas. These include various village health clinic desa. The village health clinic desa were built through gotong royong activities of the residents, and some were contributed by various parties. Most of these clinics are old or in dilapidated condition, and at the same time have limited land for expansion. The Sarawak Health Department has identified these clinics and shortlisted the premises by prioritizing them for replacement and improvement. Some of these requirements have already been listed in the Malaysia Plan projects and included in the annual funds for minor repair projects in BP6. For the information of Ali Yang Berhormat for Daro, the Nangga Semak Health Clinic and Sungai Pasing Health Clinic are both Type 6 health clinics. In terms of structure, the Nangga Semak Health Clinic is classified as All Clinic Type 2 (OC2), while the Sungai Pasang Health Clinic is classified as Good Clinic Type 3 (GC3). Further improvements to the medical facility will be prioritized based on their structural category. Currently, the Sarawak Health Department is focusing on facilities that are classified as All Clinic Type 3 that need immediate attention. For the information of Ali Yang for Tebiduk, the Sarawak Health Department has listed a project to upgrade the Tebiduk Health Clinic in the RMK12 Rolling Plan 4 2024. Several upgrading projects have already been carried out for the existing Tebiduk Health Clinic, such as electrical wiring and the construction of new dispensary in 2021. The long-term planning for Tebiduk Health Clinic is that it will be upgraded to a Type 4 health clinic, which is included in the RMK12. For the information of Ali Yang for OPA, the Sarawak Health Department is aware that existing Biawak Health Clinic is on private land and needs to be upgraded as part of the plan to improve health services near the Sarawak border. Therefore, the Sarawak Health Department has identified a suitable site and plans to construct a new Type 4 Biawak Health Clinic with accommodation will be proposed under the next Malaysia Plan. For the information of Ali Yang Berhormat for Pekalalan and Bawang Asang, the Sarawak government has highlighted the need to improve health services in Sarawak through the MA63 committee. We have previously requested the federal government for an executive authority over the setting out, maintenance, and equipment of hospitals, clinics, and other health facilities to be conferred and performed by the Sarawak government under Article 80(4), Article 80(5), and Article 80(6) of the Federal Constitution, with such funds as may be agreed between the federal and Sarawak governments. These issues are still pursued by the Sarawak government under Majlis Khas mengenai Perjanjian Malaysia 1963 Committee. With respect to human resources, I wish to further inform Yang Berhormat from Bekalan, there's an increase of 48% of medical officers, especially in Sarawak, over the last 6 years. In 2022, we had 3,222 doctors as compared to 2,166 doctors in 2016. However, there's a decrease in the number of community nurses graduating from nursing colleges over the last 4 years because Ministry of Health is now focusing on training more staff nurses. The number of staff nurses have increased in Sarawak by 3% for the last 3 years. There are 8,483 nurses in 2022 as compared to 8,212 nurses in 2019. On the aspect of developments, the allocation of development fund from Ministry of Health for Sarawak has been increasing in the last 5 years to upgrade and maintain hospitals and clinics, as well as medical equipment procurement. In 2017, Sarawak Health Department received an allocation of 18.23 million. For 2021, the department was allocated 782.5 million ringgit. For 2022, up to 29 April, the department has received 311.39 million ringgit. For the information of Ali Yang Berhormat Bukit Asset, the request for expansion of Oya Polyclinic onto Bukit Asset redevelopment area will be put forward to the relevant ministry for consideration. Resignations of doctors in public hospital. For information of Ali Yang Berhormat for Satok, from 2018 until 31st March 2022, 273 doctors have resigned from Sarawak Health Department, comprising of 75 house officers, 129 medical officers, and 69 specialists. In order to look into the work culture and management of healthcare personnel, the Ministry of Health has recently set up a task force, namely Independent Healthcare Work Culture Improvement Task Force. health facilities and hospitals. For the information of Ali Yang Mak for Taliang, Sarawak government, with the consent of Ministry of Health Malaysia, generally always assists to improve the health facilities in Sarawak, such as the development of molecular laboratories, upgrading infrastructure, intensive care units, developments of field hospital, provision of medical equipment in most of the hospitals. For placement of specialists in Muka Hospital, they are currently having regular visiting specialists such as internal medicine, psychiatrists, obstetrics and gynecologists, orthopedics, ophthalmologists, ENT surgeons, which are from Bintulu Hospital, while the visiting specialists for rehabilitations, nephrology, general surgery, and neurosurgery are from Cebu Hospital. For the information of Ali Yang Bomak for Tanjung Batu, Sarawak Health Department proposed to construct a new maternity and child clinic block in Bintulu Hospital under RNK tour. For further information, Ali Yang Bomak for Balingiang and Kabong. Currently, there is no plan to expand the hemodialysis service at Balingiang Health Clinic and Kabong Health Clinic, as dialysis patients from Balingiang have access to hemodialysis services at Muka Hospital, while those at Kabong can access to Saratok Hospital. Currently, there are only 2 dialysis patients for Balingiang and 8 dialysis patients from Kabong. For further information on Ali Yang Mak for Balingiang, there are 3 categories of dilapidated clinics that need urgent repair or replacement. Balingiang Health Clinic is on priority list 2 as it meets the criteria of dilapidated clinic type 2. The main focus of Sarawak Health Department is to urgently repair the dilapidated type 3 clinics to ensure that quality health services can be provided to the public. In 2018, repair works to staff quarters were completed under the annual minor repair funds BP6. Further enhancements were made through the expansion of support services such as establishment of a laboratory unit in 2018, and 1 assistant pharmacist has been stationed in Balingiang Health Clinic since 2021. With regard to a request for a new hospital at Matadan, Sarawak Health Department does not have any plan for a new hospital at Matadan because its proximity to Muka Hospital, Balingiang, Simpang Bukit health clinics, which are within 30 kilometers radius. For further information, Ali Yang Bomak for Kabong. Kabong Health Clinic is a type 4 health clinic with an average of 130 patients per day. The clinic has been visited by a family medical specialist from Mid-Laya Health Clinic, Mangli, since 2017 and has 6 permanent medical officers in-house. For the information of Ali Yang Bomak for report, the Sewerage Division Health Office has taken several measures to address the parking problems at Sewerage Health Clinic, such as establish a staggered appointment system and encourage patients to come according to the given date and time to avoid long waiting times, encourage the use of public transport and e-hailing services for patients and staff, encourage patients and clinic staff to park their vehicles in the all hospital parking lots, which has 60 to 70 parking bays, and encourage the use of parking facilities in the nearby shop house area. For the information of Ali Yang Bomak from Meluang, the new Julau Health Clinic Type 4 was approved under the first rolling plan 2021 RNK tour that include a new block of Health Clinic Type 4, 2 units of Class D quarters, 8 units of Class F quarters, and 16 units of Class G quarters, as well as new block called Julau Divisional Health Office. This project is pre-implementation stage by the JKR Malaysia. The services that will be provided are outpatient, maternal and child health, dental, emergency and support services such as laboratory, imaging, and pharmacy services. For the information of Ali Yang Bomak for Batu Danau, the construction of Long Napi Health Clinic was re-tendered in February 2020. However, the tender process was unsuccessful and the Federal Tender Procurement Board decided to re-tender for a second time on 4th November 2021. The preliminary detailed extract with a higher revised ceiling cost was submitted to the Ministry of Health Malaysia in March 2022. The second re-tender will only be called after the approval of the PDA. For the information on Ali Yang Bomak for Betimaro, Beladang Health Clinic Type 5 Clinic is a new health clinic which has been in operation since 2017. Therefore, there is no immediate plan for the upgrading to a hospital. However, the proposal to build an imaging unit at Blading Health Clinic has been shortlisted for implementation under RNK12. As for Pusat Health Clinic, it has been classified as Good Clinic Type 2. For the information Ali yang bound for Batimaro and Taming, the department has no plan to upgrade Pusat Health Clinic and establish a new hospital in Selangor because these districts do not meet necessary requirements, which the minimum population of setting up of a hospital is 38,000 people. For the information Ali yang bound for Bawang Asang, Sarawak government through Sarawak Health Department does have a plan to establish a cancer center in Samrahan. Currently, there are 3 options for the federal government to consider, namely, option 1, a 390-bed cancer center but equipped for 300 beds at a cost of 860 million. Option 2, a 390-bed cancer center fully equipped with a cost of 966 million. Option 3, a 474-bed cancer hospital at a cost of 1.12 billion. The cost estimate does not only cover for the construction of the buildings, but also take into account of the state-of-the-art equipment and facilities. For the information of Ali Yang Bomat for Bawang Asang, Sarawak government is in a strong financial position as stated by YAB Premier Sarawak on 30th October 2021 as reported in the printed media, whereby the Sarawak government is capable of dishing out 1 billion ringgit per month for development purposes. Ali Yang Bomat for Bawang Asang was the Minister for Finance too for Sarawak for 15 years, from 2004 to 2019. If Ali Yang Bomat from Bawang Asang had introduced 5% Sarawak sales tax on the petroleum and petroleum products, the alternative funding, Sarawak Public would have completed all the infrastructures, water and electricity projects by now. We may even have been halfway to our $1 trillion sovereign fund like the Norway. For the information on Ali Yang Bomat for Pelagus.
Are you giving way, Minister? Are you giving way, Minister?
Let me continue finish first. Yeah?
All right.
For the information on Ali Yang Bomat for Pelagus, Sarawak Health Department will continue to monitor the provision of quality health services throughout Sarawak. At the moment, the people in Nangabina are being served by Nangabina Health Clinic, which has 2 assistant medical officers and 2 nurses. This clinic is also served by visiting doctors for Kapit Health Clinic on a monthly basis. The number of patients in this clinic is less than 5 per day. Pelagus areas is also visited by the village health team from Kapit Health Clinic monthly. The department has rolled out a long-term plan to upgrade the Nangabina Clinic and establish a new clinic in Nangga Pelagus. Fire and Rescue Department Malaysia Sarawak, another of the federal department under my watching brief. Fire and Rescue Station development projects. Another speaker for the information of Ali Yang Bomat, the Kidolong Fire and Rescue Station was completed on the 15th December 2021. It started operation on the 1st April 2022. The station is currently manned by 12 personnel from Bintulu Fire and Rescue Stations. Serangga Fire and Rescue Station was completed in September 2019 and started operation on the 1st July 2020. Belaga Fire and Rescue Station was completed on 10 February 2021. Bintango Fire and Rescue Station was completed in September 2020. Cebu Jaya Fire and Rescue Station was completed in July 2020. These stations commenced operation on the 1st April 2021. All these new stations are equipped with fire rescue tenders, utility vehicles, and rescue boats. Fire safety awareness program. The department has been committed to implement public education and awareness programs in fire safety for the community of Sarawak.
Minister, there's an interruption. Would you like to give way?
I mean, let me finish first.
You want to finish first?
Yeah.
Would you take it up? Whether you want to answer or not, it depends on you.
Yeah. I mean, I want to continue, as I said. Yeah.
He wants to continue. Let the minister. He's
in
not giving way.
2021.
Order 33, please.
In 2021,
Yang Muhammad,
the
Bawang
department has carried out.
He will come back to the topic if he wants to. Okay.
2,574 public awareness programs involving 400,644 participants from January to April 2022. The department has carried out 73 public awareness programs involving 4,673 participants. Statistics of emergency calls. In 2021, the department received a total of 14,049 emergency calls. It comprised 1,975 calls on fire outbreaks, 8,326 rescue calls, 3,740 calls for special services, and 7 prank calls. The department managed to save 294 million ringgit worth of properties. In 2022, up to April, the department received 3,236 emergency calls. It comprises of 494 calls on fire outbreaks, 2,163 rescue calls, 397 calls for special services, and 5 prank calls. The department managed to save 909 million worth of properties. Issue raised by Ali Yang Bomat. For the information of Ali Yang Bomat from Batu Kitang, Kota Sentosa areas, which include Kota Sentosa Town, Batu Kitang industrial areas, and Kota Padawan Town, is one of the areas which was identified to have a new fire station. Due to the unavailability of suitable land, the proposed fire station will be realized by ways of procuring of an existing building. Application for approval for acquisition of the building was submitted to the Malaysia Fire and Rescue Headquarters, Putrajaya, on the 15th July 2019. For the information, Ali Yang Bomat for Batu Kitang, Kota Sentosa is currently being served by Batu Lintang Fire Station for any emergency cases and is also assisted by other fire stations from Kuching and Siburan. For the information of Ali Yang Bomat from Meluan, Julau, has been identified to have a new fire station. Siting application has been submitted to Land and Survey Serikare on 30th July 2021. The department has submitted applications for 3 million ringgit under RNK 12 Rolling Plan 3, 2023 for the earthworks. In the meantime, the department will study the needs for setting up a bomba sukarela in Meluan constituency in our efforts to mitigate the lack of firefighting capacity in this area. For the information of Ali Yang Bomat for Kabong, the department acknowledged the necessity to establish a fire station in Kabong district as the nearest fire station is 50 kilometers away at Saratok. The department is in the process of identifying a suitable sites for this development. An effort to establish a bomba committee for Kabong district is in progress. Dr. Speaker, the passing of Land Court Amendment Bill 2022 and Forest Amendment Ordinance 2022 in this August House last week were not just an important milestone as Oil Mining Amendment Bill 2018, Constitution of the State of Sarawak Amendment 2022, but it's a series of bills under GPS leadership of YAB Premier Abanjo to strengthen our Sarawak autonomy, financial independence, and a head start on new economics, a confident Sarawak marching on despite the instability in West Malaysia, the hostility in the various parts of the world, with the threat of global recessions and COVID-19 pandemic, with socio-economic disruption and hardships. Unfortunately, some of our Ali Yang Bomat from the opposition, instead of supporting, remain skeptical at best, but continue to insinuate and to mislead the riot at worst, consistently proving that their character cannot be changed. In the name of championing our riot's welfare, one of the YB in this August have even claimed the prices of petrol in Sarawak compared to the rest of the country will go up with passing of 5% Sarawak sales tax. The reality is the price of petrol in Sarawak did not go up, but instead brings more than 3 billion of revenue to Sarawak a year. Luckily, GPS embarked on the journey of financial independence in 2018. Otherwise, it will be tengok saja. I am saddened by the YB from Kota Sentosa. Samik, you guys distract me so much, YB from Padungan. For continuing to defend his Malay boss by pushing on the topic of Sarawak bankrupt in 3 years. Sarawak is not only not bankrupt after 3 years, but we are even stronger financially. Wondering when are they going to launch Save Malaysia 2.0? DAP Sarawak should apologize, not in the newspaper, but to this day one. DAP Sarawak, if you are so scared of your boss in West Malaysia, how would you be able to defend Sarawak, let alone fight for Sarawak? Dr. Speaker, I forgot that DAP Sarawak is part of one of those national parties who has signed MOU with UMNO. Thus, they are Malaysia first rather than Sarawak first. Never forget, all the members of this August House and members of Parliament from Sarawak are Sarawakian, elected by the people of Sarawak, and must fight for Sarawak first and foremost. With GE 15 coming soon, I hope the people of Sarawak will give unprecedented mandate to GPS candidate like 18 December last year, so that GPS can have a strong voice to fight for the implementation of Sarawak's right, NA63, which was passed in the Federal Constitution Amendment last year. With the GPS 76 seats in this August House, providing political stability in Sarawak, let's walk the last mile to achieve the post-COVID Development Plan 2030 for a prosperous and strong Sarawak, an inclusive Sarawak, and environmentally sustainable Sarawak. And most importantly, we are proud
Mr. Speaker is wasting Dewan's time talking about bragging on. He is wasting Dewan's time, Mr. Speaker.
Before I conclude, I wish to take this opportunity to congratulate and thank Dr. Speaker for your wisdom in ensuring that the proceeding in this August House were conducted with dignity and proper decorum. I would also like to put on record my thanks and appreciation to Yang Berhormat Dr. Ahmad, State Secretary of Sarawak, all the officers from the various ministries, state and federal departments, as well as the government agencies for their hard work, dedication in ensuring the smooth proceedings of this August House. My special thanks also go to our friends from the media who have provided coverage throughout the sitting. Lastly, I would like to take this opportunity to wish all my Sarawakians Selamat Hari Raya Aidilfitri, Ma'at Jahil and Batin,
Minister,
and Selamat Hari Gawai 2022.
Just to be fair,
Gayu Guru
just to be fair, I'd like to ask you again, would you like to take?
No.
You would like to give way? If you don't,
terima kasih.
you proceed.
Dan salam Ibu Pertiwiku. Thank you.
I think the minister is not giving way under Order 33B. It's quite clear. He's seeking clarification. If you want to give way just now, you be sitting down. You're not going to take up. So in that case, I'm sorry. We have to follow the order, Order 33B, that the minister is not giving way. And if you have any queries, questions, please write to the minister. He will give you. Would you? He's not giving. He's not giving, Bawasan, Yang Berhormat Bawasan is not giving way. And I'm not also allowing it, okay? In that case, and I'm sorry we have to proceed here. I think we are at the end of our session this afternoon. I have this to say, duduk bersila menyambung anyaman. Esok pula kita sambung persidangan. Ahli-ahli yang berhormat, the sitting is now adjourned and the House shall resume its sitting tomorrow at 9 a.m. InsyaAllah.